and these are only 155 calories per serve and less than 3 grams of fat. I'm Nikki from maintainmyweightloss.com. So today it's a fairly simple recipe. The ingredients that we'll need is 3/4 cup of self-raising flour, 1 tablespoon of no-fat milk, 1 tablespoon of light margarine, 1 tablespoon of Natvia, and we're using the natural sweetener for baking. And we've also got half an egg, and I've whisked that in advance. So today for our jam tarts, we will be making 7 jam tarts, and I've got 7 flat tablespoons of the St. Delpho 100% fruit, black cherry and apricot jam. You can use any low sugar or 100% fruit jam that you would like. So what we're going to be doing is grabbing our mixing bowl, and we're just going to be mixing all of the ingredients together, and we'll leave the jam for later. I do have our tart cases, which I have pre-greased with some cooking spray. So we've got 3/4 cup or 180 grams of self-raising flour in the bowl. We're going to mix in our 1 tablespoon of non-fat milk, our melted low-fat margarine, one tablespoon of Natvia baking, so that's our organic sugar-free sweetener, and we've got half an egg which I've whisked. Okay, so we've got all of the ingredients in our bowl, and basically we just whisk that up. So just whisk the ingredients so that it's all nicely combined, and we will be pressing these into our pre-greased tart cases. We'll put a little bit of flour on our board just so that it doesn't stick to the board, and we'll just put our pastry out on the board and just combine the pastry. So basically we want 7 portions for our pastry cases. So we'll separate these out. Okay, so we get our pre-greased tart cases, and all we'll be doing is pressing each of our 7 lots of pastry into the tart case. So just push it as far as you can onto the side. We will actually be blind baking these today. And blind baking is where we pop it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees, and we're going to be using either the baking beads or another tart case to make sure that these don't rise too much, and then for the last 10 minutes we'll be popping in our jam. Okay. So we're going to be blind baking these at 180 degrees for 20 minutes. So what I'm going to be doing today is just popping an additional tart case on the top. Okay, so our tart cases are all ready to go into our oven. So we've preheated 180 degrees, and we're just going to pop them in the middle of the oven. And what we're going to be doing is taking off our weighted tart cases, popping on the jam, and then popping them in the oven again for the next 10 minutes. Try and just make a little bit of a well in each one of these tart cases. So make sure you don't burn yourself, but just try to pop a little bit of a well into the middle. So we're just going to be squishing this a little bit. So choose your jam. So I've got the black cherry jam here today. So we'll scoop in, that's a flat tablespoon of the apricot jam and the black cherry jam. So we'll just pop these back in the oven just for the last 5 minutes. Okay, so again be very careful because these will be hot, and we're just going to pry them out with a knife. This one. There we have our delicious jam tarts, only 155 calories, less than 3 grams of fat. We have over 100 recipes at maintainmyweightloss.com, so please enjoy.